Hey guys, Nintendo Princess here, and today I'm going to be telling you about all the trials and tribulations I went through in getting my SNES Classic. So, I woke up at 8 and got ready. I was planning on going to Toys R Us at 9, so I would be there an hour early. This was my first time waiting for something. An hour is not enough time. So, I don't drive yet. I needed my mom to drive me there. She actually ended up sleeping late, and I got really worried, but apparently she got a superstar, and she was showered, hair, dressed, breakfast, and in the car in 15 minutes flat. That was impressive, and we actually ended up getting there about 15 minutes before we had planned, but even then there were about 30 people in front of me, and I started to despair, and I was right to do so, because about 15-20 minutes before the store opened at Toys R Us, they started giving out tickets. And what is even more infuriating, they gave out all the tickets and they're coming towards me. Like, they're closer and closer. I can see the stack is getting smaller. And the last one goes to the people in front of me. Seriously, I'm thinking if I had gotten there maybe 10-15 minutes sooner, I could have gotten one there. So I was really disappointed. We had to leave then, and we checked out every single store in the area. I went to a Best Buy, a Walmart, a Target, GameStop. There was nothing there. A Fry's Electronics, I don't know if you guys know what that is. But yeah, nobody had any of them left. They all just told us sold out within a few seconds of me asking, so that was really disappointing. But then we went to Best Buy again, and they didn't have any, but I did get some other things. So first up, I got the 2-pack for Metroid. These amiibo are actually really nice. This has some like nice reflective paint on it, and this is squishy. I have not stopped doing this. Like this little part here, you can also squeeze that one. And the game, of course. I haven't gotten a game for my 3DS in a while, so I'm actually very excited to play that, and I've never played Metroid. And then I got the Wolf Link. I was very surprised to see that, since I think this came out a few years ago. It has some nice texture on it, so I was very excited to see them. They had a lot of them there, too. And I also got Cappy. I am really excited for Mario Odyssey, by the way, so when I saw this hat, I was just like, give. So yeah, I got all these things, and I was feeling much consoled. Get it? Because, you know, console. I'm sorry. You guys don't deserve this. I'll leave. So, what was even better than all my Nintendo loot goodness was when we were paying for all that stuff. I heard this guy, he was by a cashier close to me. He asked them if there was any possible way that he could get his SNES Classic today. So what they told him was that they had some overstock with pre-orders, and that if people did not pick up their pre-orders by noon, they would be open for anybody to pick them up. So I got so happy there, because I was like, oh my god, I have a chance. And then I asked my cashier about this, right? And he even told me, like, he was like, yeah, totally. Like, if you come by at noon, there is no way you won't get one. Like, it's guaranteed. So, like, I was euphoric. I could not stop smiling and laughing all the way. But it was still, like, an hour before noon, and both my mom and I were really tired because we've been, like, running around the whole town for the past 3 hours. So we just went home, we got some food, and then we got there about 15 minutes before noon. We thought that would definitely be enough time, because the cashiers made it seem like nobody was going to know about this. They did. I got in the store, Best Buy, like, there are 15 people already waiting in line, and I was just like, oh my god, there is no way I'm getting one of these things today. But I get in line anyway, and one of the Best Buy workers comes back. He's like, yeah, I mean, there's really no point in you being here because I already have 10 people waiting in line, and I don't even have that many systems. And then I was crushed, but then he told me he was going to go count again. So I waited for him to count, and then he came back and he was like, "Hey, yeah, it's great news. So I actually have 10 of these, but you're number 11, so you're still not getting one." So that wasn't good. But then this guy, I don't know, like he only has about 10 of these things, but he has to keep on going back and recounting them. So by this point, some more people had come into line behind me, and then he went back to check how many he had again. And then he comes back, he's like, yeah, I have 11, there's enough for you. And then, so again, like this euphoric high, because I'm like, oh my god, thank god. And then when he counts again, it turns out there's 12, and that was the final number, 12. 12 SNES Minis that were waiting to be picked up, or they were going to be released for everyone. So then the guy behind me was so happy too, because then when there was 12, he would get one too. But they told us, of course, if somebody comes within like those 10 minutes that were left, we wouldn't get one. So especially us in the back of the line, we were so nervous. Like every single time somebody walked in the store, we were like willing them to run away from this section. At one point, someone did come with a piece of paper. Like the whole line just like groaned, and they were so devastated. Turned out he was just there for FIFA. So then basically everyone started yelling at the poor guy for messing with our feelings. But in the end, nobody came to claim them. All 12 people got to get one of the SNES Minis, including me. And seriously, I was bouncing up and down like a 3-year-old the whole time, but it's understandable because I got one of these. Look at this. Okay, so the whole reason you clicked on this video, see me unbox it. So let's go. Alright, I'm gonna get started. So first I want to show you the front here. Just has a picture of the console with its controllers, and then I guess some of the primary games on here. And of course the names of it. Here on the side it just shows you picture of the controller with a little blurb, like 3 different languages. Same thing on this side, showing you how it fits all in your hand, and then a little bit about it. Then here it shows a list of all 21 games that come on it, and then the box art for those games. Well, honestly, I'm really excited for Super Mario World, the Zelda game. I know my dad really wants to play Mario Kart with me, and then Star Fox 2, of course, I gotta play that one, never before released. Oh, and then on the top, it has the little logo with the controller, and it says Classics there. And there's nothing on the bottom. So, I'm gonna get it opened up. Okay, don't damage the box. Okay. So, looks like this might just be a bit, little pamphlet, maybe? Yeah, there's a warranty. And this, oh, it looks like there's a poster for it. Yeah, it's a bit too big for me to show you. I think you can see most of it there. At the top here it says you're playing with superpower. I love that. So yeah, it just looks like it has, oh, and these are probably like instructions, warnings on the back too. So that is that. And then the main part. So this is just a little power brick here, and power cable, and then HDMI. So we have the controllers here. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, these buttons actually feel really nice. They're like, these are kind of like rubbery. The select and start, they're a bit rubberized. The D-pad and these buttons feel nice. They're a bit like, yeah, I like them. Same with this one. I can't think of the word to describe them. They feel nice, but it's like they feel different from the controllers I'm used to, basically. And then this is the main part. Oh, this looks nice. And all of these buttons work. This is the little flap, I think, for the controller. Yeah, you plug in the controllers here. The bottom, it just has little rubberized stands, and then here's for power and HDMI. I can't believe all these games are in this tiny little thing. Like, seriously, I knew it was this small, but it's still surprising me. Alright, so that is the controller. See, these controllers are like bigger than the console themselves. Okay, so that is that. So that was my unboxing and my first video as well. I know I didn't show you guys the length of the controller cables. I can't speak. But they're a decent length. I think they're about 4.5 feet long, or 140 centimeters if you live anywhere but America. So even I sit pretty close to my TV, but I had to scoot up a bit to reach. So if you're like in a traditional living room sort of setting, it might not reach. You might need like adapters, or you can relive your childhood and sit cross-legged on the floor 2 feet from the TV. So yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a review of the system in a little bit. And if you like my video, then smash that like button and subscribe. And just know that if you do, I own your soul.